Hi, this is Bill, and welcome to the next episode of Belly to Belly. And today we're talking about going global preparation. And we're joined by Artus Galiay from Nord France Invest. Welcome, Artus.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you. So, as we're talking to folks about going global, and you're speaking and exhibiting, and really would love, I think if we can give the audience a little bit of a sense more of what Nord France Invest does to support particularly UK companies that are expanding outside of the UK. I think that would be a great place to start. But can you share a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe starting with me. So I'm the Eau de France representative to the UK and the director for the UK and Ireland at Nord France Invest, which is the investment promotion agency for the Eau de France region. For those who don't know it, so the Eau de France region is a French region in the north of France, going from the north of Paris all the way up to well-known cities in the UK like Calais and Dunkirk. As an agency, we are almost 100% financed by the regional council, and our job as a region is to promote the regional economy to international companies and investors. And as I'm the director for the UK and Ireland within Nord France Invest, my job really is to coordinate all the agency's actions with regard to the UK. And our aim really here is very simple. It's to strengthen economic and business links with the UK. We believe in the UK. We've all been through hard times over the past few years, obviously with Brexit, with the impact of COVID and now inflation and the massive energy crisis. And obviously that has had a big impact on trade overall. But we still see huge opportunities and huge investment and development opportunities in a strong number of sectors, whether we're talking about transport and logistics, the agri-food sector, pharmaceuticals, the automotive sector, and the electromobility revolution that is upcoming. So we really try to build win-win partnerships between our region and UK companies and UK partners overall. Basically, by helping UK companies access EU markets, we basically help ourselves because we really want to position the Eau de France region as UK companies' ideal gateway to Europe and provide them with all the right facilities, actions, contacts, the information that they actually need in order to make a success of their projects. So in terms of the concrete actions that we lead as part of this, we organize very regular webinars, seminars, conferences, delegation trips. We've launched a so-called Short Strait Users Forum to basically help UK companies understand the Franco-British border to make sure that the goods they send to Europe are actually funneled in a timely and efficient manner. Because obviously with new trade constraints, sanitary and phytosanitary controls, customs obligations, fiscal obligations, it's become a bit complex, but it's just a matter of organization. And that's really the message that we're trying to put forward to make sure that companies in the UK continue to trade with Europe and that companies in Eau de France and elsewhere in France continue to trade with the UK because trade is beneficial to everyone. And so through this Short Straits Users Forum, we help companies come and visit the Port de Calais to make sure that they understand precisely everything they need to do to make sure that their exports are sent to Europe efficiently. We've also launched a partnership with a variety of universities, and we even launched a rugby and business project to use the perspective of the Rugby World Cup in France next year to strengthen economic and business links with the UK.
What you just that's so comprehensive, the work and support that you're giving companies. This is it sounds like a really great resource for companies looking to get into Europe and come through northern France.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thinking about going global, obviously you'll
Yep.
be there and your team will be there. So why is going global itself an important vehicle to both spread that word and make connection?
Well, the bottom line is that it's a great opportunity to meet all our UK partners, whether we're talking about chambers of commerce, trade agencies, the Department for International Trade. Obviously, we have quite a wide network of partners, and we're interested in working with them and vice versa because it's in our mutual interest. Obviously, it's also to meet UK companies who may be struggling with new trade constraints or may have specific projects that they want to develop in Europe. And here, ourselves by helping UK companies expand into international markets and into European markets. We actually help the UK economy. And because the UK is our closest neighbor, we also help ourselves. So that's really the logic behind these win-win partnerships that we want to develop. And going global is a really great opportunity there to meet a really wide ecosystem of companies and trade agencies who are all pushing in the right direction, which is to strengthen the links between the UK and the continent.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So, thinking about the audience, and again, you're going to have some very mature companies that are going global, and some maybe earlier stage companies. As you've been to many such trade fairs and trade shows, what are there certain tips or tricks that you would share that might help people get the most out of the event?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the most important one really is to look at the list of participants in advance, because that will really help companies who will attend make sure that they know who's there and what they can bring to them. I mean, people go to these kind of events not just for the sake of networking, but also to achieve concrete things and make sure that they can take their projects forward. So here, another tip I would say is, do not hesitate to get in touch with us or with other companies and other agencies that will be present at Going Global. Don't hesitate to get in touch before. I mean, and you can do so through the form that is on the Going Global website, because that will allow you to have clearer ideas and clearer expectations of what we and other organizations can actually bring to your company. And obviously, another advice would be, I mean, no one knows your business better than you. So obviously, you know what you want, what you don't want, and it's very important that you're clear about the different projects that you may want to be taking forward, because as you arrive there and you can meet with ourselves and with other similar organizations, having a very clear idea in mind of what you actually want to achieve, that will make things incredibly easier for us as organizations to actually help you with these objectives and with these projects.
And that makes so much sense. The idea that, if you have some pre-contact, then at Going Global, you're really having second level conversations, which
absolutely
can move things forward so much quicker and easier. So, well, I have one kind of last question for you, and that is, post COVID, one of the things we're observing at trade shows is less people are carrying business cards. They're relying on, QR codes to get you to some app or LinkedIn or whatever. What are your thoughts on that? Where are business cards still relevant? What do you think?
That's a very interesting question indeed. I think we managed to find an ideal halfway house, because we have a business card with a QR code on it. So that's probably probably the right strategy. It depends. I mean, obviously, getting rid of business cards is one small step towards sort of improving the environmental impact of these kind of shows. But it can also be a very handy way to make a contact that actually lasts, because I mean, a contact in a phone can be easily forgotten. If you have a business card obviously somewhere on your desk along with others, that can remind you, oh, that's the contact that will actually help me with my project. So yeah, well, we could achieve both.
Yeah, so I'll give you a quick experience. So last week I was at an event and met, probably about half the people had business cards, half were using a QR code. The problem was, well, a whole bunch of problems, but the people that gave me a QR code, I didn't get their brand, which of course a business card is the immediate way to sort of share your brand and give somebody something tangible that they can take notes on.
Absolutely.
The other part of that was the problem with the QR codes is each person's QR code sent me somewhere different. One person sent me to their LinkedIn, another one sent me to their website, another one sent me to their WhatsApp, another one sent me to the event. So I had no place to, as you said, the next day, know who I met. All the people who are electronic were very easy to forget, where the people who gave me something tangible were unforgettable. So
exactly. We'll try to be in the latter category.
Exactly. Well, this has been such a pleasure, and I can't wait to meet you in person in a couple of weeks. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have Artus's contact info in the description below, and certainly please reach out to him for additional questions or information, or set up a time to meet at the event as well. So, but yes, this has been an absolute pleasure, and thanks for taking the time today.
Well, pleasure was mine, Bill. Thank you very much, and looking forward to meet you and everyone else at Going Global.